Thanks for tuning in to NSC Sports, sponsored by National Sports Chat. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's get to it.
What's up? This your boy Kerr. And today I want to actually talk about the 1,000+ coaches that LeBron James and the Cavaliers that they have. Man, I've been watching media. I've been trying to find, some of the people who actually have a game plan for the Warriors. Long as I've checked, despite what team LeBron James has been on, he always got the favorable, not just treatment, but he always got extra assistance, or he got extra advice for how Miami can beat any team, right? Even if they was the better team, how they can be better, or how bad the supporting cast was, right? It was never LeBron James' fault, despite what the outcome was, right? And so I'm looking, and all the media, like on ESPN and stuff like that, First Take, First Thing First, like all those channels, man, it's sickening. It's like, man, you want a man to be so great and to do so much to the point where you actually following a man blind. You dismissing all the other things that's going on, great things inside the game, to the point where you're trumping it by just basically talking all about LeBron. And ask yourself, is that really doing the sport a favor or a disservice? Because last time I checked, it was at least 10 players on the court at one time. And the only one that you could talk about is LeBron James. Yes, he did well. He scored 51 points, right? 8-8. That's amazing. But why is it to the point that you have to disrespect or disregard the success or the beautiful things that other players like Stephen Curry did? Or you got to diminish a person like Kevin Durant, what he have done? Because a lot of people, they talk about Kevin Durant, his moving to Golden State Warriors is the reason he'll never be great. Man, did you forget that LeBron James panned the market with Dwayne Wade, a champion, and Chris Bosh, an all-star? Not just all-star, a superstar. He led his team when he was in Toronto, right? He led them to playoffs. Those are two big keys. Not to mention, they also had Ray Allen, Mike Miller. They had other good players. So it wasn't that he, had a team built around him like Curry did, like Klay Thompson did, like Draymond Green did. I was watching a video on YouTube with First Thing First, and even in a question that they asked, like what type of player or important role that Draymond Green plays for the Golden State Warriors, it doesn't matter what the question is, they're going to always revert to the Cavaliers. Oh, well, if the Cavaliers would have done this, if the Cavaliers would have done that. Like, the kingpin of that is Nick Wright. Nick Wright, this man cannot keep LeBron James out his mouth. I don't know why. I don't know if he has some type of attraction towards LeBron. Like, I really don't know what it is. It doesn't matter what the question is. Even when they ask, oh, it was a heated exchange between Stephen Curry and LeBron James. And this man sit there and say, well, Stephen Curry, he started it first. I'm like, dude, they were just talking about the heated exchange. He didn't ask who started the whole incident first. They just wanted to get your input on it. Anything you said good about Draymond Green. This man literally said that he can't stand, or he doesn't like Draymond Green. come on, as a commentator, as an analyst, you have to be unbiased, man. You have to give a perspective that you're giving your perspective on both sides of the spectrum. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, why have somebody when you know that he's only geared towards one player? This man has rooted against the Golden State Warriors for every team that they played. He have made degrading statements against the Golden State Warriors every team that they played. Oh, well, the point guards wasn't there, or this person wasn't there, or this person wasn't there. But when it comes to LeBron James, oh, well, he didn't have this person. Or he never says the fact that LeBron James actually won that game against the series against Boston because they didn't have Kyrie. But he would never say that. But he would always say how Golden State Warriors won when they didn't have when the other team didn't have all their players. So what is wrong with this? The problem is that this man is being super biased. And as a commentator and an analyst, you cannot be biased because people have to rely on your insight, your professional insight, to get the best advice that a person can give, right? And they knowing and they not following you blindly, and actually it helps the sports by them actually knowing other players besides LeBron James. And it's not just Nick Wright. I name him first because he's the kingpin of hatred for the Warriors. He's the kingpin of having LeBron James' testicle in his mouth. Despite what he says, then you can look at his face. Whenever you give any type of good praises to the Golden State Warriors, he's always butting in. But see, come on, bruh. You're supposed to be better than that. What is going on, man? Nobody want to hear about your personal man feelings, emotional attachment that you have towards LeBron James because of your hatred for the Warriors. Nobody wants to hear about that. We wants to hear about sports, the benefit of it, the best players, all of them. Not just one person. How you talk about how the sport is not a one-man sport. Okay, so why are you only talking about one man? Like, gosh. And every time I actually look on ESPN, it's always about what LeBron James can do to defeat the Warriors. That statement within itself lets you know that they don't want the Warriors to win. Because when LeBron James played for Miami, and Miami was on their dominance, and they went maybe I think 4 times or something like that. When they went there, they was talking about what LeBron James and Miami need to do to win. So it's not about giving advice to the lesser team. It's about giving advice to LeBron James because they are man fans. Nobody wants to see that. We want unbiased opinions, and so far I have yet to see it. And then in the questions for ESPN, they have asked all the wrong questions. All the questions has been what LeBron James and the Cavs can do, and then basically giving them an excuse or an outlet for not feeling bad if they just so happen to lose, and then giving him the GOAT if they so happen to win. Oh, well, LeBron James, they and the Cavs need to do this. First of all, let me say this. LeBron James, for all the idiots that keep saying that LeBron James is doing it by himself, okay? So let's make this situation clear as daylight. Okay, LeBron James scored 51 points, right? And people say that he do it by himself, right? He scored 51 points. The Warriors scored 114 points. So, last time I checked, well, 124, I'm sorry. Last time I checked, 124 is a lot more than 51. So when y'all say, oh, LeBron James, he has to do it by himself, he's doing it by himself, man, cut the crap. LeBron James, they have the best, I want to say supporting cast, right? It's just that people don't realize that LeBron James make players around them cold. Because he's so ball dominant to where he always has the ball and he freezes his players out. People don't realize that. This man has the ball just like he dribble, and then pass the ball. And then when people don't get regular shots like they supposed to, you're going to be cold. If you play basketball, you know this. If you don't touch the ball in the game, if you sit on the bench all game, you're going to be cold. So how is it that all of a sudden this man, oh, he doesn't have nobody? Do you remember when everybody was sitting there talking about the players that they traded for? Isaiah Thomas, Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, and Crowder. That the statement was they had a way better and younger supporting cast than they had with the older veterans, like Dwayne Wade and them, right? So now all of a sudden they have the worst supporting cast ever, right? But when they was winning, and LeBron James, like I said, mentioned before, the man sat there and stated, we got squad. So how are you guys making these type of excuses for them? Man, I understand that, that you guys want LeBron James to win and don't want him to lose, or whatever, right? But it's sickening the level that you guys stoop to basically degrade or diminish all other players because you guys want the other teams to be less successful. Because how is it that you guys get on Kevin Durant? Oh, Kevin Durant, I don't think LeBron James would have made that decision. Man, he made a decision that was worse than that. To me, it was worse. How do you pan the market again with two superstars? And then everybody sat there and basically, they praise this man while they trying to diminish Kevin Durant. They don't want Kevin Durant to be successful at all. Now you basically talking about you're going to question his rings. Well, you need to question the two that LeBron James got in Miami. You need to question that as well. I'm tired of people being so biased, and I'm tired of the media having an agenda to push LeBron James as the GOAT. And to elaborate on that a little bit, he would never be the GOAT, in my opinion. This man playing in a much softer era to where hard fouls can actually be a technical foul. It gets you one or two foul shots. Jordan played in an era to where they had a Jordan rule. You get cracked and it's a hard foul, not no flagrant. And LeBron James wouldn't have been able to play in that and be as successful as he is. Because, first of all, he wouldn't be getting as many and ones from the touch fouls that he get. And now you got all these people. Everything that you see are here. It's what LeBron James need to do to overcome the Golden State Warriors. What could LeBron James do? And then you got all these coaches giving their perspective. So you only got one coach for Golden State Warriors, well, their team. You only got Steve Kerr and his supporting cast versus thousands of other coaches who giving their perspective of what they believe that the Cavs should do to win. And like I said, it's not about the team that's of dominance that you want to the other team to have a chance to beat. It's just about you want LeBron James to actually win. Everybody wants LeBron James to beat the Golden State Warriors because the Golden State Warriors are like LeBron James in Miami used to be. But the only difference is they actually wanted Miami to be better or to win. And then on top of that, you trying to make it seem like the Warriors did something worse than Miami. No. First of all, Stephen Curry had a team built around him, which LeBron James have never been able to do. He had to go to Miami and win his championship. Then he came back. Remember, they had Kyrie Irving and they had Kevin Love and they had more people, better players. Remember that? So now all of a sudden you still you still basically saying that the Golden State Warriors are supposed to be the better team, or they supposed to do this, they supposed to do that. Where is the advice that you guys are giving to Cleveland Cavaliers? Where's that same advice for the Golden State Warriors? Because last time I checked, it's 2 professional NBA teams. Nobody is giving advice for what the Warriors should do. Don't say because, oh, the Warriors already know they're already the better team. Again, you guys rooted for Miami when they were the better team. Remember that? Y'all rooted for Miami. Which is why I don't understand the biasness. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I will not follow not one man blind. Yes, I can appreciate LeBron James as well as I can appreciate Stephen Curry, right? I can appreciate the Cavaliers just like I can appreciate the Warriors. I'm not about to sit there and only give advice to one team. It's 2 teams. But you guys are constantly talking about what LeBron James needs to do, what LeBron James didn't do, how LeBron James ain't got a supporting cast. Like I said, LeBron James only scored 51 points. That is amazing. Again, however, 51 points is not more than 124 points, which means that there was other players that scored. When the Golden State Warriors, when they go on a 7 from 30 type of game or whatever, right? You guys, only thing y'all say, oh, they had a bad game, right? They had a bad game. But when the Cleveland Cavaliers, when they don't have a good game or the players not playing as well, it's, oh, the supporting cast is bad. No, the supporting cast is not bad. Rodney Hood is not bad. Clark is not bad. Larry Nance is not bad. George Hill is not bad. Did it ever occur to you that every time a player goes to play with LeBron James, they play lesser than what they were? Does that not occur to anybody? That LeBron James' greatness is other players' weakness. And what I mean by that is that the fact that LeBron James is a ball-dominant player and he facilitates the ball and he makes other players around him cold, and then by the time they get the ball, they shoot it, and then they miss it, that's LeBron James doing. That's his fault because he should be able to play other positions and allow a point guard to be a point guard. That should be how it is. But instead, they want to blame the other player around them because they can't play how they used to be playing the game. Rodney Hood, last time I checked, he was playing very well when he was in Utah. He played very well when he was in Utah. So why all of a sudden he come play with the Cavs? Oh, he don't even get the minutes, and then he's so-called a bum. He's not a bum. The system that he in doesn't work. It's LeBron's system. LeBron James basically makes sure that he's getting all the assists and stat padding. So y'all need to cut it out with all that BS, man. Because if y'all gonna be analysts, make sure that you giving facts from all sides. Make sure that you're helping both teams equally. Don't just your strategy for one team and not the other, because that's exactly what y'all doing. You need to make sure that all these players are getting the equal amount of advice. I want to know from y'all, what could Steph Curry have done better to actually be a more prolific scorer? What can Kevin Durant do better? What can Klay Thompson do better to be more of a prolific scorer? That's some of the stuff I also want to hear. Not just what LeBron James and the supposedly supporting cast is, as you guys call it. Come on now. So you guys got to do better. Nobody cares about just LeBron James. Nobody wants to hear just about LeBron James. Nobody wants to hear about y'all man feelings and emotional attachment that you had towards LeBron James. We want to hear what you guys think that the Warriors can do to actually do better. We don't want 1,000 coaches versus one coach, which has been the case. Every media show that I've been to is always what LeBron James can do, what LeBron James can do, what LeBron James can do, what the Cavs can do. I can go on this conversation and topic and talk about this all day, so I'm not. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to ask you guys to lend y'all support, subscribe to the channel, and, build with me, give your advice, leave comments, share, and also, just lend some advice if you have any. When you make a comment, I would definitely make a comment back, giving my feedback.